How are some women thinking, honestly? And this is for women, right? Because women will come along and they will hear this and realize that sometimes when you see red flag, when you see a red flag, you better know that it's a red flag and call whoever you need to call, whether it's the authorities or whoever. This woman, she met this guy online. He, invited her out on a date, everything. They were talking for, I guess, a few weeks. She went out on a date with this man. While they're on the date, eating and everything, this man started asking her questions or saying things to her that only someone that watching her and seeing her movements would know. Meaning that he started asking her about her pet, her dog, whatever, talking stuff about her neighborhood and whatever. And she felt kind of weird. So she said, you know what? I'm not feeling too good. And she left the date, right? The next night now, she's going to pull her curtains by her window before she go to bed. She saw a man out there standing up, right? So she looked closely at this man, wondering what he's doing out there, just standing like that. Come to find out, guys, it's the same man that she went out on a date with. Okay, not a red flag, right? The man already talking on this date about things that only people that watching you should know that live in your neighborhood. She just closed up her blinds and went to bed and did nothing. Just ignored it like it was nothing, guys. Next few days now, she went to the grocery store. Guess who she saw at the grocery store? Same person at the grocery store that she went on a date with. And the man just acted like he didn't even know her, like he didn't see her. But right there, that's telling you that that man is following you. He's watching your every move. Again, these are all red flags for you to be alerted, to put your guard. Just tell somebody, go report it and say that it seemed like this guy is following you, especially what he was telling you while you were on the date. She just ignored it like it was nothing, did her shopping, went home, whatever. Next day, guys, she looked outside. She saw this man in this car just sitting there like nothing. She's ignoring all these things, She's not doing anything. Exactly, Maxine. The man is stalking her. So let me tell you, that's why it's good to have nosy neighbors. The neighbor is the one that actually saved her life. Because when the man was outside in his car sitting, and she ain't still ain't called the cops, she ain't doing nothing, she acting like it's nothing, the neighbor is the one who saw him sitting in this car, right? A strange man in the neighbor's eyes. Why is he just on our block, on our street, sitting in the car? No, he looks suspicious. The neighbor called the cops to report this man out here sitting in the car for all this long time. And he don't live on the block. She never seen this car on the block before. Guess what? When the police show up, he tried to get away. But they catch him, obviously. Let me tell you something. That neighbor saved her life. The man already had his gloves in his car. He already had rope. He already came prepared with everything to comply her. How was he going to do it? Was he going to wait till she come out and snap her? Was he going to just go and knock on her door with his with a handbag and just entering? Only God knows. And had not for her nosy neighbor, let me call it, right? Because I first thing they would call neighbors. Had not for her neighbor, that man was going to comply her. And guess what she found out? After the police, took him in for questioning and whatever, run his name and everything, come to find out that he's a convicted felon. And that he also complied 3 women before her. She was going to be number 4. And she saw all of these red flags. And ain't say nothing. Ain't do nothing. Had not for that neighbor. God put in that neighbor to be looking out and wondering, who's this strange man lurking around this place? No, he looks suspicious. Had not for that neighbor, that man would have found a way to comply her. However, he had it planned. Because the fact that he came with his car now, and he already taken out this place, already got all his stuff in there, he already know what he was about to do. Yes, Maxie, investigation, I'm telling you, right? So truly, a lot of women, young women too, does fall into that same trap. When I say that same trap, that they see these kind of things and they don't do nothing. They just pass it off as nothing. Yeah, it's okay, Anybody could walk on any street, come in any neighborhood, but hello, Don't you find it strange that a man meet you online? Online, yeah, is where you met this man. It's not to say that this was your high school, one of your high school friends, or that y'all went to the same college together. Nothing like that. This was a man that you met online. How did this online man know where you live? How did he know your address? Is the question. When you haven't even revealed anything like that to him, you and him are just talking. Y'all are just conversating. He invite you out for dinner. You decide to go, but you have not disclosed where you living, which street you living on, nothing like that. So right away, from the time that she saw that man on her street, I would have called the cops. I would have been like scared already. Okay, he could have known somebody on the street, right? Maybe all those kind of things was going through her mind. That she's not the only person that live on this block. She just know this man. Only God knows who else he knows. Maybe it's somebody on the block. Maybe a lot of things were going through her mind. But no. When the next coincidence happened at the grocery store, nighttime you're looking out to close your blinds, and you're seeing this man by himself. It's not to say that he's standing up talking to anybody that live on the block. The man was stalking you. He was watching your movements. And God only knows if that man only friend her online because he was already watching her. Only God knows. The question would be, how would he even have known her name to find her Facebook profile and all of that? But like I said, these people got their ways of doing things. And a lot of women, they don't pay attention to a lot of these signs and these things. From the time that I was having dinner with him, and that man started mentioning things about me and asked me about my dog. That means he watching you while you're walking your dog. Hello? How would he know that you got a dog? Unless you had already told him in conversation. But apparently she didn't. Because she's saying that when he started mentioning these things about her, she was like, she started feeling uncomfortable. But not uncomfortable enough to report his butt. Hello? Selma said, good nosy neighbor, I'm telling you. Yes, Selma, yes, that was a good nosy neighbor. And you know that gotta be one of those neighborhood watch type of neighbors that are probably in their late 50s, 60s, and they always looking out for those kind of suspicious things, especially when their blinds open and they seeing this strange person sitting in a car, whether it's in front of their house or the house across the street from them. Guess what? Those ones are on alert. That woman probably saw when he came, was watching that car, and she realized that our car just sitting there for hours and nobody ain't getting out. Nothing ain't happening. Nobody ain't come into that car. She knows something suspicious. Let me call the popo on this one because this don't make no sense. It's good that young girls, women, because not only young girls make this mistake, even women make this mistake as well. They meet people online, they start talking to them, they start hearing these little things that they're talking about, giving them hints, and they're not thinking that this person is actually stalking them. I'm sure that he was probably stalking her social media, seeing the things that she does, she likes. If she's somebody that, you know, goes to a gym or whatever and she's sharing that online, guess what? He is there. That's why a lot of people don't realize that even being on social media, whether you're an influencer or just a person that posts stuff about your personal, you got to be careful you post on these medias. You have to be very careful. And every gym that you go to, you don't have to post the name of that gym. If you go to a certain beauty salon, you don't have to post the name of that beauty salon. Guess what? Because people can find you. Whether it's a stalker man like this or even a woman. Because I even listened to one other story last week where they call it Facebook beefing turned to tragedy. But you know, they put MURDER on the YouTube. And I listened to it. And these were, you know, black women, you know. And I listened to it and I was like, what kind of madness is this? But it was a bunch of beefing between two women, right? One of the women, her child passed away only in like a few weeks prior. And the other one that she was having beef with, and they were going at it, at least to say, guys, they were online talking smack about each other and so forth. One of them ended up copying the other one. Yes, over just beefing with each other. That's what I'm saying. And these are probably not even people that knew each other for a long time ago. This was probably some nonsense that start between them talking about each other online or whatever the case may be. But my whole point is that you just have to be careful. Because you don't know who is who. You don't know who watching you. You don't know who dislike you for their own reasons, right? Because we know that that's just life in a whole. So you better watch your back and be careful. The things you're sharing with people and the places you're going, of putting the names, thinking, by the time they get here, I'll be gone. But you don't know how far they will go or whatever else they will do. Guys, like the video, please, and thank you. It's a lesson learned. And if you got granddaughters, daughters, look, these are stories and things that you should share with them, not to make them scared, but at least to let them be aware of red flags. Red flags is what I call it. I feel like back in the day, I'm gonna say back in the day when I was younger, dating and doing stuff like, you know, going out, I don't even think that I ever met anybody that was local, that was so crazy that they would even be stalking you or following you to your residence or trying to figure out where you live and coming over there just like unannounced. I never. But this is a different times that we are living in now, and it seems like in the islands, well, I can't speak for now, but I can speak for when I was living in the islands. People was not involved in that kind of mess. No. Men meaning, and like I said, I don't know. I can only go based on my experiences and where I grew up, but we never used to hear about things like this. I don't know about anybody else, because I'm sure that that woman, after that happened, and she found out that this man was a convicted felon and that he already copied 3 people and she was going to be number 4. Can you imagine? She probably wanted to move from where she was living. Because, I mean, they got him, you know, but who else is he associated with that know anything about her? You know what I mean? That's crazy. And men that go to that lengths, I don't understand what they be doing, what they be thinking. But hello, if these people are used to doing these kind of things, does it bother them? No, it doesn't bother them. In their logical head, they're not thinking straight anyways. Because anybody that can go and copy 3 people and then looking for a number 4 target, something wrong with that person. That person has a serious issue. They're beyond the point of narcissism. There are mental health issues, all kind of thing going on with them. Only God knows what happened in their childhood that lead them down that path of wanting to now copy people or want to see people, you know, dead or get fun out of doing it. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense anymore. But a lot of things in this world does not make sense, but it's just where we're living right now, my people. So yes, warn the women out there, just beware. Even if you're an older woman, it doesn't matter, because they target older women as well. And some people might not target older women to copy them, but they might target them for other reasons. What was he going to gain from copying her anyways? It don't make no sense. And I'm sure that after he had copied her, he probably would have been sourcing out his next victim. Because in this life, many crazy things are happening, things that we're not even hearing about. But what we do hear about, at least it brings awareness to us as well. And that's just it, guys. Trust me. I'm a person that I think all out there. And when I say think all out there, even when I take Uber or Lyft, right? And you always get in, guys. My people, I be thinking about all kind of nonsense here. I be thinking. That's why I don't argue with none of them. Because when I say argue with them, for some reason, you know what I mean? Because sometimes some of them can take you to a place where you want to tell them something. For would never forget that. I think me and Mark took an Uber one day. We were going to the mall. So you know when you're going to the mall now, there's a bunch of cars out there by the mall, whether they're trying to park or whatever they're trying to do. He pulls up by the street of the mall itself. He see this long line, right, of cars. He gonna tell us that we supposed to get out. Y'all gonna have to get out here because I'm not going in that traffic there. I said, excuse me? When I order my ride, I order my ride to go to such and such an address. I'm not getting out here at no corner with no intersection with a 4. I said, no, hell no, I'm not getting out here. You crazy? So anyhow, he's like, well, I'm not going up there. I said, well, I know I'll tell you, but I'm not getting out. How you going to get from here? How are you going to get from here? You still got to go up that road right there. So anyways, I said, you can't turn around because you already made the left. This is a four, you know how they got the junction with the four road lanes, right? So he's like, well, you're going to be here for a while. I said, well, I will stay here for a while because I paid to go to that address up there, and that's where you're going to drop me. I'm not getting out here to be running crossing the street. I said, this is madness. And Mark is looking at me like, trying to tell me, don't say that thing, because, you know, the guy, you don't know what the guy, but I had to say something because there's no way that I was going to get out where he wanted me to get out. No, to put myself in danger. Because when we get out, guess what? I would have had no run across the street, and it's 2 lanes. He turned left, 2 lanes or 3 lanes on that side. Then the opposite side of the road also had another 2 or 3 lanes. I must get out there on the left side, right? No, he would have been putting me on the right. And you want me to run across the street or go back by a stoplight to wait to go across the street and then go walk all the way to get to my... I tell you, no, I'm not doing it, bro. I pay to go to the address. I will sit here. Even if I gotta sit for 30 minutes, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Just get me where I ordered this ride to take me. And, you know, it's only after the fact, right? When we got on the Uber, Mark was like, Mom, you don't know you shouldn't be arguing with these people because you don't know what these people can do and blah, 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 blah. I said, yeah, but Mark, I wasn't going to get out of the car either, so what I was going to do? Sit there like a dummy, like I can't speak? No, I had to tell him that I'm not getting out here. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not getting out. But Don said, in Trinidad, we had a horrible incident just about 3 days ago. A lovely young lady kapai and thrown on the roadside. Wow. Then he confessed, and both him and his brother did it. Oh my God, that's terrible. She got caught up in a horrible situation by an abuser. And social media is feasting. Some are even saying she deserved... What? That she deserved it. Very sad. Oh my God, that's terrible. But why would they be saying that she deserved it? Like, for what reason? Those guys, the brothers, were they like gangsters or like bad influence, meaning were they into drugs and stuff like that? Why would people be now saying that she deserved it? That's not nice. That's terrible. But what was going on with that situation there? To be honest, something... Hi, Jesus, take the wheel. Maybe you could shed more light, Dawn, on if those people were, like, you know, involved in criminal activities and so forth. But may she rest in peace. That's just sad. That's my whole point, you know. And you know that people that live in her community or that may have known her, we don't know what she was involved in, right? We don't know. Because some people like them, if they were involved in any other sexual activities with other people or other men, some of these men get upset and they just want to do some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? That's terrible. What if it was a real family member of theirs? Would they be saying the same thing too, that she deserved it? Yeah, for some reason, Dawn, it seemed like anytime, well, not only Dawn, everyone, anytime anything happened like that on social media, whether it was beefing and somebody get kapai from it or something, you know there's going to always be a group of people, right? That's always going to come out and talk, put comments to say that the person deserve it or that this or that. Nobody deserves to be kapai like that or to be, you know, their life taken away from them. So Don is saying he was involved in many relationships and shared and blame her for telling on him to the person he really cared for. Wow. A few of them came out and confessed he abused them physically, Jesus, and was afraid of him. The one he confessed to love was actually in hiding. Wow. Thank God her family helped her. I believe the end result was he was angry, he couldn't find her, and blamed the deceased one. Wow, wow, wow. How sad. Yeah. Well, that deceased one, she should have known, I mean, based on his character, she should have known that when she does something like that, that he's going to retaliate. You know what I mean? And get upset about it. Wow, that's crazy. Don said most crimes are done by someone you know or have come into contact with. True. That's facts as well. Not everything is meant to be on social media. Not everything is meant to be on social media because the people can't do nothing for you. They can't help you. If you got a problem, take it to God. Let God fight your battles or whatever it is that you're going through. You know what I mean? Not social media, because they can't do nothing for you. All social media going to do now is gossip. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Oh, yeah, they saw her online. Oh, she was talking like she's going through something. Like she's gotten all these problems. Oh, my God, and this. Oh, that's all social media is going to do for you. So why bring your problems to social media? Can't do a thing for you. Marge, I see you in there. I see you. Can't do nothing for you, but like I said, gossip. And other people run with your story and run with your things and say, no, I thought she was a stronger person. I thought she was this. I thought she was that. Why is she resorting to this? I told you guys that they had this mother and daughter. Y'all probably saw them. Their videos still on Facebook. Where they always used to do mukbangs. There are black people. And it was a mother and daughter always doing mukbangs together. And guys, something happened there, so that they just split now. The mother put the daughter out the house, right? And because she put her out the house, now all that end up on social media. TikTok, YouTube. She had no choice really, meaning the girl, but to tell people what's going on because now she's not living at the mother's house no more. So she said, yeah, I was put out, you know, but I'm doing okay. She was in school. She got her degree and everything, but she still does videos on YouTube by herself. She's no longer together with the mother doing mukbangs, and it's a big thing going on. You know how the commenters like to fuel things. The commenters now will go over to the mother's TikTok or the mother's page and fueling things in the comment section, and then this getting back to the daughter, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. Never get so messy on social media, Jesus. But Peggy saying that's what I don't understand. Why are people bringing their full home to social media? What happens to their family? Can't they have a family meeting? Right? Okay. There you go, Peggy. And even if they don't want to have a family meeting, go and talk to a therapist. If there's an issue going on with you and your husband or you and your boyfriend, what's bringing it to social media going to do for you? Other than people picking it and running and talking about it. Talking about how stressed out you are. Talking about they thought you were stronger. How depressed you acting. For what? If you are to that point and you want to talk to somebody, go talk to God. Or go to a therapist if you think that you need to go that route. You know what I mean? Don't make no sense bringing it on social media. No matter what the heck you're going through. It don't make no sense bringing it on social media, right? And we are learning also that in this life, you got to be careful who the heck you tell things to, too. Because so many people you tell things to, you think that, you know, that you could trust them and you really can't. You know what I mean? So people take social media now like their therapy sessions, you know what I mean? Something going on with them or in their life. Let me go live. Let me go live. Yes, guys. And it's, yeah, I don't understand my husband or this going on with my sister or my daughter, man. I don't know what to say about her. I'm going to disown her because she did. I don't get it. I don't get it. What is social media doing? All the commenters want to do is just talk more. Talk more. Then they go on the next page that's talking about you and your situation and they're going to type something different over there. Hello. Hello. You don't have to be that age or old to understand wisdom, right? Let your wisdom speak for you, right? Well, let your problems speak for you. Talk to God. Put it to God. Don said Zaria Carr tried to get away, but the system failed. Her is the name of the video. Oh, to get away, but the system failed. Huh. Okay. That is but it's okay. Of the video 3 days ago. Okay, darling, let me type that name because my brain gonna remember the last name but not the first name. One moment. Zariah. Zaria. One moment. Oh, Jesus. Zaria. Zaria Carr, 2 hours. All right, dear. I want to thank you for that. I wanted to text that to myself so that I know. Georgia Reed, I see you in there. Here's a say. So here's the, I like that. Let me go down. Here's what says social media is a marketplace selling all gossip and negativity, not a friendly and healthy place. I'm telling you, people want to hear positive stuff. People want to be on pages that are spreading positivity. Nobody want to hear negativity stuff unless you're a negative person. You like drama and negativity. Nobody want to hear nothing but no negativity, no pity parties. People are looking for positivity, especially with everything going on in the world, everything going on in their lives. You know what I mean? Then they got to come and listen to you talking about how your life sucks. How he's having such a hard time. You can't pay your bills. Oh, my husband done did me wrong. Even my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, that's making other people feel even more down than how they might be already feeling. Somebody might wake up this morning, they're such pain and they're saying, Lord, just take me. But coming and going and listening to platforms where people are speaking positivity, putting just positive energy out there in the world, you know what I mean? And uplifting people, making them laugh a little bit. Nobody want to come and hear all kind of depressing stuff, unless it's about somebody that was kapai and you're talking about stuff like that. Yes, you know. But Hazel, thank you so much for the stars. Appreciate you, darling. Thank you, Georgia. Georgia said, I call social media the devil playground. Girl, we can call it all kind of things. Because we've been here for the long haul. We done seen it all. We done heard it all. That's why when anybody come and bring anything for me about Pinky or whatever's going on, I just choose my mouth. You know I choose my mouth because I'm over that. I am past that, meaning that that's just nonsense to me now. I ain't even want to go back there. Don't even take me backward. Unless it's something related to the children that I interested in talking about that I saw. Outside of that, but he could do whatever he want to do here. He go and swim in a boat. He can do it, go and play in dirty water. He do whatever he want to do because he's a good father, right? So who am I to come and say he's a bad one because he got them in dirty water, because he got them dressing still in Christmas clothes, because he put in all different color socks on their feet. He's the good father, so what do you want me to do? The good father know how to mix match. He don't know how to get it right. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm on a positive vibe, positive train, and just waking up every day thanking God for life, smiling through whatever, no matter what it is going on, and just keeping focus is what I'm doing. I don't need negativity in my life. No, I don't. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want no negativity or negative people around my life either, meaning, you know, because I don't need negativity. I'm not a person that strives on negativity. No, I just want to be positive. Okay, this happened yesterday. Oh, okay. Wow, that was crazy yesterday. Today's a new day. You know what I mean? Today's a new day that God woke you up to look forward to. Think about what you're going to do today. The weekend is here. Let me see what I'm going to cook over the weekend. We're going to cook Sunday. I don't have this home. I got to get some beef. I got to get this shit. You think I can go back and say, Lord, yesterday was a bad day though. So many things happened yesterday. Oh, this person, I thought that they were there. So, no, hell no. That means I'm going backward. Am I going to be driving backward every day of my life? Hell no. I want to be forward, looking forward to the future. Whatever future it is that I'm looking forward to. Christine said, we already pink eye stage. I like that, pink eye stage. I'm telling you, darling, right? I'm telling you. Even if somebody asks me, whether they call me or they send me a message on WhatsApp or did you see Pinky did this or whatever, I said, no, I don't even go down that lane. I can't even tell you I have not seen it. No, I have not seen it because I don't go looking. And even if I am on one of my other page and I scroll and I see it, I just stoops and I just keep on moving. Because I'm good at stooping and keep on moving. But Georgia said, I was telling my friend yesterday never to put anything out there on the media because I see her put up a sad quote. I call her and talk to her. She thanked me so much. You are right, darling, because you know what? People will always come along, take it the wrong way, or take it like it's something going on with you now. Even though it might not be, you might just have put that quote because you saw it and you like it. But there's other people out there, there's instigators, investigators, who are looking at everything you put out there and everything you say. They're analyzing you, right? Yes, they are. That's why if you ain't got certain things going on in your life, in your business, keep it to yourself. If you can't keep it to yourself, take it to God and pray. Don say, I'm fed up of them as well. I believe people keep watching because of the girls. Okay, I get you. And I know I won't call it that I was fed up. It's why I don't watch. It's just that I got so many other things going on in my life between working and trying to figure out what I can do next in my life. I just focus, you know, like you just take a time and just focus on yourself, your family, and just looking forward to your future. So for me, it's not that I got fed up, but I just don't even venture in them spaces, you know what I mean? I really don't. Hazel say instigators is a better word for them. Simply sweet peas on social media looking for drama. I'm telling you, and I don't get it. I don't get it. How can you live your life like that every day, just looking for the next drama? You don't even know when tragedy happens. You don't even know. You didn't hear them about the person that got kapaya on video. Oh, you don't hear about this thing that's going on over there in New York. You didn't hear about the thing going on in California. What's going on in California? Because you're too busy instigating and drama and saga. So you know what's going on around the world around you? No, that will never be me. Never. And the day that I come out here and have a pity party, I'll come out here and start acting like a fool, y'all should tell somebody, inbox my sister and to ask her if your sister is okay. The day that I started doing that, because something will have to be wrong in my head. All right, my people. Well, thank you all so much for joining in this morning. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful, productive, and positive day. And no matter what you do, smile, smile, smile.